What's up, guys? Welcome back. The Carista OBD2 module with the Carista app. What can we change on the 2022 Toyota Tundra? Let's jump on the TRD Pro and find out. Real quick, let's get this out of the way. I know people are going to ask, what did I pay? $29.99 is all you pay for the module, and then you can buy subscriptions and things like that to have access to all of the options. Or if you buy the Carista module itself, you can get a 1-month free trial and have access to all of the options. So you can just plug this into the truck, do whatever you want to do within that month time frame, and if you choose, you can cancel the subscription and you'll never get charged anything past buying this for $29.99. So in essence, you can pay 30 bucks, get the dongle, have a 1-month free trial to go in there, change whatever settings you want to change, cancel the subscription, and you won't get charged anything more. All right, in order to hook this up to the truck is currently off, so this is all you get. It comes in this little cardboard case covering, whatever. You get it in this little clear box, and this is all we're dealing with. So it's an OBD2 connection. It basically just plugs into your truck in the OBD2 slot, which is on our Tundras, on the new Tundras, it's just to the right of your hood release pot or pin. Okay, I'll put a picture on your screen, but you can't miss it. As soon as you look up underneath right in here, you'll see it. It's a white connection. So all we're gonna do with the truck off is plug this into there. It only goes in one way. You can see how it's kind of shaped, trapezoid, I guess, if that's what they call it. Not good at geometry, but anyway, so just plug this into the truck, nice and gentle. You don't want to break any of those pins. I'm going to plug it in, we'll turn the truck on, and I'll show you what we could do with it. So the other thing is, you want to make sure you downloaded the Carista app. Looks like that right there in the corner. All right, once you have that on your phone, dongle's plugged in, all we're gonna do, you don't actually have to start the truck, you just want the ignition on. So with the push button start, we're gonna push it twice. So once, twice. That's gonna turn the ignition on. We'll give it a second just to kind of boot up and everything. All right, so with the ignition on, we're just gonna click on the Carista app. You're gonna come to this screen here. Just click on connect. It's gonna say connecting to your OBD device. Once it connects, it's gonna come to this screen here. All right, give you a good look there. So what you can do, the top option, diagnose, if you have any fault codes that are active on your vehicle, you click on that, you can check the fault codes. If it's something minor, or something is, I mean, it could be anything, but if it's something minor that you don't really need to address, you could actually clear the fault code in here. The next one is what I think everybody is interested in, which is the customize, and that's what we're gonna spend most of our time on. So if you click on customize, this does take, I don't know, maybe a minute or two. So I'll fast forward through, and actually I'll time it, and I'll put the time on the screen just so you know exactly how long it does take in my vehicle. Of course, it may vary, I'm not sure. But the first time I did this, it takes roughly, I'd say about 2 minutes or so. So I'll pick up with you when this completely loads. So once that bar reaches 100%, here's what everybody wants to see. This is everything you can customize on our 2022 Toyota Tundra. So we're gonna start, I'm gonna show you all the options in case you're looking for something in particular. I don't want this video to drag on, but let's click on the first one where it says chassis and engine right there at the top. If you click on that, this is where you can come in. There's active noise cancellation, and then the engine sound enhancement. That where I'm sure most of you have heard how Toyota is kind of feeding that, V8 sound, I guess, if you want to call it that, in through the speaker system. You could actually turn that off. I personally actually think it sounds really good. I just don't like the fact that it's fake. So I'm not going to go addressing any options on my truck just yet. I want to just show you guys. But I probably will turn that off. I think it sounds good. I just don't like that it's fake. All right, so that's all that's under that. Dings and warnings, this is probably one of the biggies that I know a lot of people are looking for. You can turn off all of your seatbelt alarms if you so choose, and you can do it by each individual seat. So you can do driver seat, passenger seat, and then the 3 spots in the back. Okay, I have all mine enabled. Let me just show you. I'm actually going to turn my driver seat, and before anybody starts yelling in the comments below, I do wear my seatbelt, especially on the highway. But with my job, a lot of times I'm in and out of my truck in very short distances. Then I do not put it on, and I hate getting beeped at. So I'm actually going to turn mine off. So let me show you what happens. So right there, seatbelt warning ding for the driver. If we click on that, brings you to this screen. We're just going to click disabled, and then you have to come down here and click on this little notice or warning or whatever, just saying, I believe it says something about may or may not be legal. Yeah, so just check that. It makes you do that before you can save it. Now make sure you click save, This only takes a few seconds, if that. So that's really quick. The changes that you make, they save really quick. So you can see up here now for the driver door, it's disabled. The rest of them I'm going to leave on for right now. I'll probably leave them on for good. All right, so there's the seatbelt thing. I know a lot of people are going to be looking for that. Underneath driver assist, this is what you get here. This has to do with the pre-collision system. So there's some options there. If you want, pause the screen and read them. I'll try to get it close to the screen, so hopefully you can see it. I'm not going to read through each one, but instrument display, so you can odometer, how long do you want it to display after you turn it off, your microphone sensitivity. Now, some of these options are things that you can actually change in the truck already without the Carista, but a lot of it are things that you do not have access to without getting the OBD2 module and the app here. So let's go down to, we did driver assist. Yeah, that was the pre-collision. Instrument is that. So the next one is lights exterior. So here you can do your turn signal thing where, you know, if you do your turn signal where you don't actually flip it all the way up, if you just like lightly push on your turn signal, you can change how many times it'll auto flash. I have mine set to 5. I actually did change that. That comes standard at 3. I changed it to 5. So, and then the volume, I'm actually going to change that. I want that high. So you saw what I did. Come in, click on high, and then again, just make sure you click save, or it is not going to save, obviously. All right, so now that we have that done, let's go to the next is lights interior. Only one option in there, turn on interior lights when you shut off the engine. I have mine to yes. Parking sensors. So here you can mess with your parking sensor volume. You can have them active when you're in neutral. I have both. I have that on. And then front corner and rear center parking sensor range, I have that to long. I like as much of a notice as I can get if I'm about to hit something. All right, and then windows and sunroof. In here you can do, I actually turned this on. This is not on from the factory. So open windows and sunroof via long press on remote. So what that means is if your vehicle's locked, if you press and hold the lock button, all of your windows and your sunroof will open. I think that's pretty cool, especially, you know, in the warmer months. You know, if you're going out to your vehicle, and I mean, obviously you can start it if you wanted to and have the AC running, but if for any reason you want to, you know, start your, I'm sorry, not start, if you want to roll your windows down and open your sunroof before you even get in the truck, there's the option right there. Just press and hold the lock key on your fob, and the windows will open, sunroof will open as well. All right, and then there's a whole bunch of other options that you can customize here. So key in the door, you can actually open the windows and sunroof or close the windows and sunroof with the key in the door, depending on which way you turn the key, to the left or to the right. It'll do one of those two things. And then the rest of these options, if I remember correctly, these are all basically like the one touch for the windows. So open driver side door, single button press. Yeah, so all the rest of these options are, you know, to make sure, or to turn on or off your window switch. You hit that button once, your window will go all the way up, all the way down, whatever you may choose. All right, so you can turn all of those options on and off for each individual window. All right, so that, I believe, is all that's underneath there. All right, so those are all the options that you can adjust with this module. Okay, so a few, like I said, there's several things in there that you do not have access to that I think, you know, a good majority of people might be interested in adjusting. And again, you can get this dongle for 30 bucks. Sign up for the 1 month free trial. It says it's $49.99 for the year, but you get the first month free. So sign up for the year for 50 bucks. You do not pay that $50. You get the first month free. Come in here, change whatever you want to change, cancel the membership. All it cost you was $30 for the module itself. You're good to go. All right. So that's all of the customization. Now down here, the service, this one I actually have not clicked on. So let's click on that together. Service, DIY, service procedures. Let's click on that. So it's gonna load up again. See how long? Oh, that one's pretty quick. Loads really fast, actually. Okay, so in here is where you can do tire, TPMS, sensor info. Nice. Okay, so you can pull up your sensors here. Detailed ECU info. Let's see what that says. All right, now that one did take a little bit. You could probably see on the timestamp on my phone, I want to say it took maybe 11 or 12 minutes. It's 7:43 right now. I think it started at 7:32, I believe, but you could easily see in the video. So when this all loads up, this is basically just giving you all information about your ECU systems. So I don't know if there's going to be anything very useful in here for us. Maybe there is to somebody, I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's what that gives you. I'm not sure that was worth the the 12 minutes of my time, but at least we know what it does now. All right, so it just gives you a whole bunch of information on all of the ECU systems. It actually says like no fault codes underneath. Some of them aren't present depending on your vehicle, things like that. All right, so let's see how far there's, holy cow, there's a ton of information in here. All right, well, at least you guys know what that'll do if you click on that ECU button. All right, so let's go back. Emission Tests is the next one. Let's see what happens there. Okay, so that shows you all that stuff. So again, this stuff I'm not sure, you know, I don't think this is really going to be too useful to most people, but at least you can see what it does. All right. So if we click back, whoops. All right, so that was under service. Live data, that's when you click on that. Let me see here. I think this actually takes a little while to load as well, or I could be completely lying to you. Oh, that's why. It says this, it doesn't support any live data for this particular vehicle. Okay, all right. I'm almost positive if that does support, that may take a little bit to load up. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. But so there's everything pretty much that you can do with this Carista. And for 30 bucks, honestly, guys, I think it's definitely worth it. The other thing too is, I mean, again, you know, cancel that that month subscription thing before your free trial ends. You can go halves on this with somebody. You know, it's only 30 bucks, but let's say you have a friend who has a Tundra, or in our case, my wife's 2022 Toyota Highlander. This actually worked on her vehicle as well. So I went in, she wanted her seatbelt chime turned off, turned it off for her. And again, there's other options. I might actually do a video showing what you can do on the Highlander with it. But so for us, we paid the 30 bucks, but we got to use it on 2 vehicles. I'm going to go in, change all the settings I want to change, and you know, going to cancel that subscription. And then who knows, I might even sell the dongle itself or whatever. But you guys get the idea. Just wanted to give you an overview on everything that you can do with this thing. That customized feature, of course, is going to be the biggie for everybody. Just for, you know, a heck of it. Let's click on diagnose and see what happens here. If I'm not mistaken, this may take a little while as well. 752, still scanning. You can see down there at the bottom. It's already scanned 46 ECUs, and we actually do have a fault. So I'm going to let it finish doing its thing, and then we'll go in and check out that fault. All right, so it just finished up, literally almost not even a full minute after I showed you the 752. 753 it finished up. So my one fault, it scanned, you can see 49 ECUs, one fault, and it's under the heater and air conditioning. Now, I have not clicked on this yet. Let's see what it says. Ambient air temperature sensor circuit. So diagnostic trouble, ambient air, it is logged when the powertrain control module detects a potential issue in the ambient air temperature sensor. That's strange. So let's go back to Carista. I'm honestly not sure what that means or what that does. Maybe I'll call Toyota tomorrow and mention it. But as you can see, again, that's one of those things where I would consider that something minor. I don't know, my ambient air temperature on the dash, it seems to be okay. I don't know, that's strange. I'll call Toyota and find out what that's all about. But if you wanted to, you could actually reset that and it would get rid of that fault. I'm not going to do that just yet. I will call Toyota and find out what that's all about. But there you go. You can see what this does. You can go into all the different systems. If there was any faults or issues, you can click on them, see what it's all about. And then again, if you so choose, you can clear the fault. So that way it's no longer detected and it goes away. So real quick, what's going to happen as far as the subscription thing when you click on, you know, anything in here? So let's say you go to change the signal, auto flash, or count or whatever. When you first do this, you're going to get a screen that pops up asking you about the subscription. You can choose like I think it was a week or a month. There might have even been a day. I'm not exact. I can't remember all of the options, but again, that's where you would choose the 1 year with the free month trial. It says $49.99, but you do not get charged until after the first month. Okay, so that's when you're going to get that notification about signing up for a subscription. So if you went into the seatbelt warning thing and clicked on one of them to change it, you're going to get that screen popping up asking you what subscription you want to sign up for. You can't go any further until you sign up for something. Do the full year, get the first month free, and then go from there. So when you're finished doing everything you want to do, you can simply just swipe up, close out of the app, and now you can turn the truck off and then unplug it from the OBD2. So just turn the truck off first, and now you're free to unplug it, put it back in its case, sell it to a friend, do whatever you would like to do. All right, guys, there's everything you can do with the Carista module and the app. 30 bucks, I think it's well worth it. And again, if you have friends who have Tundras or other vehicles that'll work on, split the cost, it's even cheaper. All right, if you have any questions on anything I showed you, feel free to put them down below and I'll get them addressed for you. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on that bell. Lots of videos coming on this 2022 TRD Pro. Thanks for watching, appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.